Okay, so the last video we did was a review of Hit and Run Phase 2.
Mm-hmm.
At the end, I was asked about something. Stephanie asked me. Ask me.
You want a cookie? No. No. You had meant to see Judith. Please do tell.
I did. I went to see Judith Hill in
Yes.
Portland last night. Portland, Oregon.
No.
Um, I've seen her live before, just 2 months ago at Paisley Park for her release party, but she didn't play. She played like 3, maybe 4 songs. um, and it wasn't in the same capacity as this. There was a different band and whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
I remember when we reviewed her album, I think. I don't remember what it was, but we were talking about her, and I remember saying something about I felt like she could belt out more, like she could give more to us
Mm-hmm.
vocally. Um, and I remember seeing her on the Colbert Show, and she sang "Cry, Cry, Cry," and that I was even like, man, I just feel like she's holding back or something. Well, last night she did not. She did not hold back
That's awesome.
at
That's
all.
fantastic.
I mean, like at all. In the 2 songs in, I was like, man, I can't wait to do this review
Man.
because just that, just 2 songs, she just blew it out of the water. So we all know Judith from various past stuff when she did
Right.
This Is It, and then when she did The Voice, and now she's got this album out that Prince produced, and that collaboration couldn't have been better.
Yeah.
So she
Amen.
basically did her entire album last night, and her band includes her mother on keys and organ,
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
what?
and her dad on bass, and her
Oh,
dad on bass was something else.
wow.
So
Ah,
I gotta get the names of the drummer and the guitar player. She did say that the guitar player played for Rufus before,
Mm-hmm.
um, but he was giving it. I mean, man. So
Wow.
look, wow. We were
they
sitting.
show the
We got front row,
Mm-hmm.
but we had 2 people
Loud house.
behind us that was loud and obnoxious, and I was
Man.
trying my very best to stay in my happy place. So the opener, her name was Brannon. I can't remember her last name. I'll look it up.
Mm-hmm.
She's local to Portland, and she's kind of a mellow, folky type feel to her. She sang and played guitar, and they were loud all through that and whatever. It irritates me when people are rude during a live show.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because it's hard enough for people to get on stage and do what they do, knowing that they're going to be judged.
Yeah.
And then to make it even harder for a young up and coming artist to get out there and then have somebody basically right in front of you having their own conversation or laughing and
Yeah.
joking and whatever. I just like to throw that out there. Don't do that. It's just not cool. I mean, if you
It's
got up
tacky.
there, if you were even able to get up there and do something,
Right.
I
Something
mean,
and stupid.
yeah.
It's tacky.
So, but when Judith came out, she came out with such a force
Mm.
that all that disappeared. And I
Wow.
think it was just because she captured everybody, so she had everybody's attention. But not only that, I was right here, focused on her.
Mm-hmm.
She opened with I don't even know what to call it. She came out with this little drum type thing that was like kind of strapped over her arm, and she was hitting the drum with this kind of, not like a drumstick, but I don't even know what it is. So she's at the mic stand, everybody behind her is taking their places, and she comes up to the mic with this thing, and she stomps out this beat with her foot and this drum, and she's singing something, but it wasn't lyrics from any of these songs. And that alone was like unexpected. So I was like, oh man, this is gonna be something, right? And then at the end of that, they blew into As Trains Go By. I was like, oh,
Ooh,
wow.
That's a to hear live too.
Man, I mean, they turned it up after that. And I think I sent you guys a text, and I was like, oh man, because that was that moment when the whole band took over.
Wow.
So, I mean, As Trains Go By is a funky song anyway, and it samples which song I can't remember, but one of the songs that Prince did on the Xenophobia album. Might be Xenophobia itself.
Expectation, wasn't it?
Expectation. Thank you. So, yeah, to hear that live was, I was like, man, it took me back, because at first I forgot about that, and I was like, yeah, this is kind of giving me a nostalgic feel. And I'm thinking NPG Music Club.
I see orange typing on my screen. Orange fonts.
Yeah. Paisley Park 7, right?
Yeah.
So after that, they went into Turn Up, which, I mean, this show started out hype with just those two songs, and they just jammed on both of them for quite a while. And then she went to, but she got on one of her keyboards, I think, during Turn Up. And then when after Turn Up was over, she went to the piano, and everything kind of slowed down for a minute. She played Angel in the Dark. But it was kind of a little bit more upbeat. There was a little tweak to it. It was a little different from the album version.
Nice.
Then she played Beautiful Life.
That's my jam. I told you to scream. I told you to scream when that one came on.
Yeah. That was something else, because that was her, like, on piano. The band was still playing, but your focus was on Judith on piano. And yeah, it was beautiful. I mean, her voice was on point. None of the stuff I didn't see her on The Voice, so I'm not familiar with the performances that she did there.
Same here, I didn't see it either.
Me either.
But from what I do know her from, this is the most what am I trying to say? It's the most that she's given vocally. Because like I said, I felt like she was holding back for whatever reason. Maybe she just wasn't in the element at the time, or I don't know. But last night, she was.
Wow.
So
that's great.
I'm glad to see that, because I knew you could hear that it was there. You could tell she's got a beautiful voice. You hear it on the album. But then, like at the party at Paisley Park, I'm like, man, she's still kind of. I just feel like she's not giving it, and she made up for it. All right.
Wow.
So, let's see, Beautiful Life. What happened after that? My People.
No, that's Denzel's song right there.
That's the jam.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
That's our anthem right there.
I mean, yeah, basically.
It is.
Actually, between those two, after Beautiful Life, she took a moment and she spoke to us, and she was just kind of talking about her journey and how it had been discouraging at some points, because it had taken her so long to get to this point. And she's 30-ish, so generally I mean, people, do this in their 20s, but I feel it. I'm 33 and
Hey.
not where I want to be. So, everybody
We're getting there.
everybody's journey is different, and
Absolutely.
but just keep at it, and that's what she did, and here she is.
Yeah.
So yeah, my people, it was my people live. Me and Dimitri heard that. By the way, Dimitri, man, I think
bro,
he
we
fell
miss
asleep.
you.
We
We miss you, bro.
So, I mean, me and him heard my people live at Paisley Park, and that was a highlight of that show.
That's cool.
But last night was even more because she was hyped and into it, and the whole band was on point, and it was really cool to see her mom and dad, like,
Maybe that's what it was.
maybe, yeah.
Wow.
After that, Marcus Anderson is part of this band that she's traveling with, and he was on sax and flute, and then he grabbed one of them like vocoder type deals,
Yes.
and they did No Diggity.
What?
Man.
What?
Man,
Got to bag it up.
It was like,
what?
Yeah. They did No
Yeah, I
Diggity.
forgot he does that.
Yep.
He did.
Wow.
He had vocoder at that show in 2013 that I was telling you about with the last show.
Yeah.
The last review.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, he's a monster with that vocoder now.
All right now.
Yeah. So Judith was on her keyboards for a while on that, and then her dad was on bass, and then just that bass line from No Diggity. He was getting down with that, and then she gave him some time too. She introduced him, said that this was her dad, and then he kept it, right there with that simple bass line. But then he just went at it. Dad is something else on that bass.
Wow, that's just so cool. She was performing with her mom and dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Just wow.
I mean, I knew that both of her parents were musicians.
Musically inclined.
I didn't know that.
And she said something. I think she said something in that little short documentary from Paisley Park about making the album. I think she said that her dad was a funk musician, and both of them played. So, but I didn't know like that though. And then the guitar player from Rufus. I cannot remember his name.
Just when I need Dwayne, he would know.
He played, and I can't remember what song it was either. But he played a Rufus song. But he was going at it on that guitar, man. And he would come like right to the end of the stage, and he'd be, because he was all into it, doing his little the old school dance move or whatever, right? And then next thing I know, he had backed up, but then he came, and I kept thinking, man, he's coming pretty close to the end of the stage without missing a beat, and no warning. He just popped right off the stage and then was playing guitar right there next to me. And it was like,
wow.
It looked like he was going to fall, but he apparently planned on doing that.
Oh, man.
But he was into it.
Wow.
That's deep.
After that, they toned it down a little bit, and everybody took a break, except Marcus and Judith's mom. So her mom came over to Judith's grand piano, and Marcus was on flute. And they played this. Marcus did like a solo first, and then her mom came in on keys, and they played. It sounded like an old school kind of jazz club vibe, real mellow. And then everybody came back, and Judith got back on the piano, and they played Love Trip. That's what it flowed into, was Love Trip.
Oh, I see that. Okay.
That make a lot of sense.
And that's one of my favorite songs off the album, so I really enjoyed that one. It was pretty much true to how it is on the album, but live it's even better, of course.
Yeah.
From there, they played Cure, which is another favorite of mine. Um, and then Wild Tonight, which they went nuts on.
I bet.
They jammed on that for quite a while, and then it started off with the guitar player and her on the microphone, and she just started this chant of Wild Tonight, or We're Getting Wild Tonight, or something like that. But the guitar player was playing this blues, like down home blues kind of riff.
Wow.
And that's how they started that song off, and then they just blew out into the rest of it. And then after that, they ended the show with Jamming in the Basement.
Oh.
And she gave her dad solo time, and he tore it up on that bass again. And then she went over and let her mom have some time on the keys, and it seemed like it was taking her mom a minute to get going. So Judith was like, she's really funky, y'all. But then when mom got into it, yeah, she was tearing it up on those keys.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yep. So, I mean, it was such an amazing show. Everybody was chanting and stuff to have her come out for an encore. And she came out, just her, on piano. And she played a Christmassy song. It wasn't like a Christmas carol. For the life of me, I cannot remember.
Oh, man.
But guess what? I recorded it.
Oh, good, because we can try to figure it out.
Oh.
Let me see if I can pull it up here.
Hot dog.
Watch it be like Carol of the Bells or something.
I don't think it was.
What else would make sense?
Not Jingle Bell Rock.
Can you hear this?
Yeah, I hear.
Stays pretty good. Make a lot of work. Leave this crazy but I wish I had a really good baby. Skate away on. But I wish I had a really so long. Teach my feet to fly. Say goodbye.
It's choppy. You'll have to send it to me so I could try to hear it.
Yeah, because I know I've heard that song before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds very familiar.
And I didn't catch what she said at the beginning, so I didn't catch the title.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So that was the show, and
that's awesome.
What was nice when we first got there? Well, first of all, when we got there, the doors were supposed to open at 7, and we got there like right at 7 because traffic was jacked up. But we were waiting outside, and then they told us that the band, everybody was late getting there because of snow in the mountains when they were coming here. So the conditions were bad, and they were still doing sound check when we were there.
Oh, man.
So they finally let us in the lobby, and we could hear some of the sound check going on. And then I looked, and they had some stuff for sale. So I figured T-shirts or whatever. And then I looked, and they had physical copies of the CD.
Oh my God.
And afterwards, she came and hung out and signed stuff and took pictures and yeah. So
yeah, I saw your picture. That was awesome.
Yeah.
God.
She looked at it beautimous.
Yes, she was.
She's gorgeous.
She was very pretty.
Yeah, it was like a rainbow color. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. But yeah, she was on point last night. That was awesome. Probably one of the best shows that I've seen of any. I mean, like outside of Prince, because he's like in his own category. But like, really, I mean, you know, you don't see too many artists that are actual artists.
Yes.
And so, like, when I saw Leanne LaHavis, I was surprised when she started off playing bass and then picked up guitar later. I was like, I didn't even know that she played. And I figured Judith played keys, but you know, I guess I just didn't think too much about it. I figured she was more of a singer, but no, she was on the piano like it was like buttery. It was buttery.
Billowy and buttery.
Smooth texture.
That's right.
So, yeah. So it was a good show, and
That's awesome.
I'm glad that they finally had physical copies for us there. They had T-shirts.
That's exciting. Need a physical copy of that album.
Yeah.
Need it.
Oh well, I mean, you know, it's Christmas is coming, and I hadn't really done any shopping yet, and I thought, well,
I haven't even thought about it.
I wonder if maybe my crew might want physical.
I don't have to divorce you now. Oh, we can stay married.
I'm not.
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't unfriend you.
We refriend you.
Yeah.
I'm glad I just bought your friendship.
If I had an accordion right now, I'd play you a song. Oh my gosh.
What?
That's awesome.
I can't.
That's awesome.
No.
Yes. See? You missed it, Dimitri. Oh,
yeah. But I got his copy here, so
that's awesome.
Thank you so much.
I can't wait, man.
You. Oh my God.
Yes.
Look at that.
Well, she better come here to Dallas for sure then too.
You need come back to NYC, Judith Hill. We need you. We need you.
Well, it sounds like she's going to continue the tour because I asked her if she would be coming up to Seattle, and she said they plan on it, but after, you know, first of the year. So
Since get the holiday out of the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
so
wow.
That's a summary of the show. I mean, I can't put into words what, you know, the show really was, but the only thing I could say is it went from me knowing that she had more to give and then seeing exactly what she had. And I mean, just off top, that within the first 3 minutes, I was satisfied. And the ticket was only $25. I mean, to see something like that, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it there again. I have to see.
Too.
I have to see see her with a band. I gotta hear this band.
The band was something else. I mean, you know, I don't know if that had been the plan all along, because I thought initially that she would be touring with the band that Prince put together for the CD.
That's what I thought.
I thought so too.
But seeing how Prince is kind of taking them for himself right now.
He's borrowing them.
Yeah.
Something.
I don't know. But it's really cool though to see that she's got, you know, her family in there, and you know, it's not just like I don't even know if her parents, you know, really did a lot with their music. I don't know much about their background. But either way, it's still cool because it gives them a chance to do what they love to do too, and it's a family affair, you know.
Yeah.
Beautiful. That right there. I mean, how often do you hear something like that? Never hear that.
And they certainly do hold their own because they were on point. I mean, it just her dad on that bass was something else. He was getting everybody hyped up. I mean, and he was kind of off to, you know, back behind the guitar player. He wasn't really interacting much with the audience or anything. He was just doing his thing. But that's cool. On point though.
That's all I need. Just play your bass. Do your thing. Interaction there.
All right, Judith, come to Dallas. I need to see you.
Yes, yeah, please. Dallas. Come back to New York. Go
Well, I
all
do
over.
get Trombone Shorty this weekend, so I can't complain too much.
See?
I finally get some live music here, but
That's beautiful.
pray that the weather cooperates.
See, but he's not coming up here till what, April? Man.
Yeah, but you got advance tickets. You get
I
to
don't know
buy
what
your
to do with
tickets.
myself, though.
You're gonna make me have to check out that guy's Trombone
You got
Shorty.
to. You
Heard
got
of
to.
it.
Oh, yeah.
Sick. You talking about some talent. Oh,
It's nice.
that's
what
Dorothy's future husband. I keep trying to tell her.
Oh,
Well, see, she's going to see him this weekend, so she can set that up for
I'm going to see what I can do. I'll see what I can do. I'm going to have to hook up one of these phone calls from the show. Yes.
We'll have to do a review of the show, though. So you can tell us
I'll do it. I'm down to do it.
That'd be great.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
So, anyway, that wraps up this review. This was much shorter than our album review, but we had a lot to say.
You know how we do.
Yeah, we run our mouths for a while.
Yes,
so, apparently, the next thing we're going to do is the Trombone Shorty show review from Dallas.
Yes.
If you guys get a chance to see Judith Hill, if she is already booked to come to your town or is going to book in the future, whatever the case, go see Judith Hill.
Yeah,
check her website.
Capital MT must.
Yes. Check her website, judithhill.com.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to do it myself.
Yeah.
Don't show off your phone. See, look at you.
I'm just trying to encourage the people.
You're trying to make me feel bad.
No.
Yeah, we're advocates.
Insert your Demetriism right there. Your phone. Shout out to Dimitri.
Yes,
that's right.
We missed you on this one. You were supposed to be. I think the brother fell asleep. So
yeah, I do. He needs it. It's well deserved. Sleep on.
It's all good. But yeah, if you are missing live music and missing actual like real soul singers, then Judith Hill is the one to go see.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so until sometime this weekend, I guess we will talk to y'all later.
All right. Bye.
Have a good night, everybody.